Hey there and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. Okay, so this is the first time that I've really had to kind of sit down and acknowledge the fact that my channel recently hit 10,000 subscribers. That's a huge deal, seeing as I've only really been taking my YouTube seriously for probably about a year now. Before I get into the actual purpose of this video, I want to thank all of you, both new and old, for subscribing to me, for seeing something in me. I don't know, just genuinely thinking I'm cool enough to subscribe to. Honestly, can't thank you enough. It means so much to me, and I hope to see you all at 20,000 subscribers and 30,000 and 40,000. I'm just so excited about where this channel is gonna go. But with that being said, I figured I would sit down and talk about something that a few of you have actually requested I talk about, and it was really how I started my YouTube channel, as well as how I kind of grew my channel to be where it is today. So sit back, get comfortable, and let's get right to it. So as I mentioned, I have only really been taking this YouTube channel seriously for probably about a year. I think it was like April sometime last year that I really sat down with myself and figured out my plan. But previous to that, I have actually been on the blogging scene since 2010, which is a really long time ago, but that's when I really got involved with the whole online fashion thing. Back then, I definitely had intentions to get on YouTube, but I didn't really know how to start. I think one of the things that really prevented me from getting on YouTube was feeling like I didn't have good enough equipment. And mind you, in 2010, cell phone camera quality was not even close to what we currently have. So I think I had just reason to feel that way. So I kind of pushed it off until about 2 years ago. And when I started, I really didn't even have a plan. I just knew that I wanted to be on there. Kind of just allowed it to take me wherever it would. I would post sporadically. I ended up getting a nicer camera, and from there I kind of felt like maybe I could provide quality content. So I just sort of started throwing out videos on YouTube, whether it was, body positivity stuff that I was feeling or just fashion that I liked. And I noticed from there I was starting to get a bit of an audience. For those who don't know and who might not know, I had an older channel and I ended up moving everything away from that and kind of starting completely fresh. The reason being is I just didn't have as much room to do what I wanted to do on that channel. I actually had a few restrictions from things I didn't even know about, so I kind of always felt limited with that specific page, and that is where this channel was born. Now, if you are looking into getting into YouTube, these are the little tips and tricks I learned along the way, and ways that kind of helped me get to where I am, and hopefully will help me get to where I'm going. The very first thing that I did, I think that really helped me, was I decided on a schedule. I'm going to dedicate to 2 days a week, and for the first 6 months of my channel, I really need to make sure I'm sticking to this so that people don't expect that I have new content out on these days. And also, I've always felt like, and even when it comes to blogging, there are so many other gorgeous, great people out there trying to do the same thing that you're doing. So if you've gained an audience in any way and you take a hiatus, or you post really sporadically, somebody new is going to come along who has more regular available content, and not necessarily that they're going to take your audience, but they might sort of be more appealing to your audience than you are if you're just kind of sporadically posting. So from there, I felt like my audience could start to rely on me more and more. I was also feeling a lot more organized with what I was doing, because then I could sit down and I could start to schedule myself out. But I was able to look at my schedule Wednesdays and Sundays and start looking at my month and figuring out what I was going to do, so I could plan myself. I could plan ahead, which was huge, really huge, to be able to be backed up on content and know that, okay, Sunday's rolling around, I've already got a video made, just got to edit it the day before, get it up, and then I'm gonna be good. I do obviously think there's a difference between quality and quantity, and if you are just kind of pumping out videos that are there as space fillers, or you don't even really feel that good about, that's going to show in your work. So you want to focus more on quality, and quality for sure can mean camera quality, audio quality, etc., etc. But quality is also what kind of content are you delivering? Is it something that they want to see, i.e. right now? I've heard from many of you this is something you want to know about, so I'm teaching you something. This is a skill that I'm teaching you. I'm giving you information that makes you feel like you're getting quality content. So if you're kind of feeling deterred from making videos, don't let that stop you, because honestly, iPhone quality is really not that bad. I know not everyone is able to get iPhones or anything like that, but really having something to start off with to even get you to like 100 subscribers means you have 100 people who value what you're saying already. And from there, once you see your audience kind of grow, then maybe you can sit down and look at your finances and think, okay, do I maybe want to invest in a point and shoot camera? Do I maybe want to go full out and get a DSLR, maybe a microphone? From there, that's when you can really start to invest your money. But the most important thing to do in the beginning is get your content out there. With that being said too, do what you're passionate about. I am passionate about this. This is something that speaks to me, that I really love talking about. Seriously, more important than the camera quality that you have. I feel like people are so good at reading like who's genuine and who's not, and who really cares about what they're talking about and not. And I feel like maybe even sometimes when I'm like just even having a bad day and I'm recording, it's pretty obvious that I'm not in the right mindset. Find your niche, because you are your brand, and whatever you want that brand to be is up to you. It doesn't need to be what I'm doing. It doesn't need to be what anyone else is doing. And there's gonna be an audience for that. It's really just about researching that audience, figuring out where that audience hangs out, how to appeal to them, even like going on message boards, seeing stuff that they want to talk about, or even stuff that you yourself know is interesting to you. I actually was in an Uber, I think like a few months ago, and I was talking to him and I was like, yeah, like I'm a blogger, I'm on YouTube, etc., etc. He was like, I would love to get on YouTube. That would be something that I would love to do, but I just want to talk about basketball games. Like, I want to talk about the basketball games that I've been watching, and me and my buddies will like sit down and just review these games, talk about it, talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, etc., etc. But I feel like nobody's going to want to watch that. And I was like, that's not true. You know you would watch it. You and your friends know you would watch it, and I bet you anything, if you put it out there on YouTube and you just kind of advertised it correctly, other people will watch it too, because it's not like you're the only people in this world who like that sort of stuff. And that's the thing, if you're scared nobody's gonna watch it, I'll tell you one thing. They won't watch it if you don't put it out there. I know a lot of you probably don't watch ASMR, but I personally love Gentle Whispering ASMR, and she constantly talks about how she tried her hand at ASMR at first, and she put out this video and it got like no views. There was like no reception to it at all, positive or negative, and she just kind of felt, well, nobody really likes my videos. I don't really have, you know, the voice for this, etc., etc. So I'm just gonna give up. I tried, it didn't work. This is where you need to remember, some videos will do well, some videos won't. If you try once and give up, you're never gonna get anywhere. Persistence is key. She tried her hand at it again and it took off, and now she is probably like the most viewed ASMR artist ever. And if she had stopped after that one video, she never would have realized that she actually really did have the voice for ASMR. So now what do you do when you have content, when you want to start a channel but you want people to find your channel? Advertising yourself in the beginning when you have almost nobody, it's hard. It's kind of like the biggest barrier to get through. Utilizing social media is so important. If you already have a following on, say, Instagram, don't neglect your Instagram. I think it's a great place to take the content you have on YouTube, even if you post an Instagram story about it, even if you post a screen cap, which I need to do more. Post on your Instagram saying, hey, I have a new video, why don't you go check it out? And actually, I heard this tip recently, it makes a lot of sense, but if you just kind of say, hey, go check out my new video, I think a lot of people are more than likely gonna turn that down. But if you just literally alter the way you're saying that, like, are you a fan of Charlotte Russe? Just thinking on the top of my head. Go check out my try on haul video. I'm a size 18-20. Here's the link. that is more likely to draw in viewers than just go check out my video. And sometimes I can be a little lazy about doing this. At first, when you have almost no subscribers, it's gonna take a while. Just be patient, believe me. Little by little, you'll grow. Utilize your social media. I also really suggest looking into SEO, which I really didn't know anything about for a really long time. I actually started learning about it recently, and it has absolutely just changed the way that my videos are advertised, or even the way that they are searchable on YouTube. Someone might not necessarily be looking out for you, but they might be looking for like a Forever 21 Plus haul. And if you're available under those searches, that means they're gonna find your channel. So we've covered consistency, camera quality, passion, being genuine. You could be watching this and thinking, well, I just want to do YouTube for fun. And by all means, do YouTube for fun. That's totally your prerogative. But if you want to do this a little bit more seriously, being strict with yourself about a schedule, and also being realistic with yourself too, because taking on too much, you will burn out. I promise you will burn out. Now, I am all about organizing myself, and if you're kind of your own boss, because YouTube really, you are your own boss, organizing yourself is super important. I currently have 4 different notebooks, all of these pertaining to my YouTube and blogging career. I know it seems excessive. The way I do it, which really nobody else has to do it this way, is I have my daily planner, which really is just an all-purpose thing. I write down the things that I gotta do, whether that be YouTube related, blog related, or personal life related, events, etc., deadlines I have to meet. That all goes in my daily planner. Then comes my monthly planner. So for instance, I have my YouTube channel here, and I have my blog here. And every month, I just jot down the days that I know I need to create content, and I go and I fill in there what I think I need to do. Things can obviously get moved around pretty quickly. It just allows me to feel a little bit more in control. Also helps me to like figure out what I'm doing in case maybe I'm scattered-brained. And also it is really fun to check off the things that I've completed. I think it's so fun. It makes me very happy. So here is my 3rd notebook. Just really scripts, jot notes, etc. of things that I want to cover in a video. This one is obviously how I started my YouTube channel. I wrote down just a few things in passing of things I wanted to make sure I touched base on. I've steered way past what's on here. Having these things jotted down for my videos helps me get the conversation started, because I have been in so many situations where I'm like, I want to talk about this thing, I really care about this thing, and I can talk about it literally anytime, but you put a camera in front of me, my mind just blanks. So I actually recently started doing this, and it has been hugely helpful. The 4th one is actually very recent, but I have my sponsorships and partnerships of 2017. All right, so I feel like I've touched base on a lot of things here. I'm also kind of struggling to think about any other bits of advice that I can give you about starting and maintaining a YouTube channel. So if maybe you have any specific questions for me, make sure you write them in the comments below. I will absolutely, most definitely either respond to you there or compile them given how much I get for another video. Please do let me know if you found this helpful. It would definitely mean a lot to me. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. So don't forget you can find new videos from me every Wednesday and every Sunday, and new blog posts every Tuesday and every Friday, and I'll see you next time. Bye!